Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Let's Play Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Today we are going to be exploring a little bit of Lavender Town here. Of course, doing all the things there. And we're also going to be exposing the Team Rocket hideout. So this is officially called Pokémon Tower in this game. I forget if it's actually called Pokémon Tower in the previous game. I believe it is. If not, it's very similar, but really it's a cemetery for dead Pokemon. That's where we're exploring here. So that is, it's definitely like a, not the best of vibes kind of area to be approaching, but it is an area nonetheless in this game. I'm surprised that when they made this game, this area was like not frowned upon in any way. I mean, I get it in some ways, but to me it's always been like the coolest area because Pokemon's always been so like whatever, family friendly or however you want to word it. So I really like adult themes in games like this, and this one makes a big difference to me. But here we go, we're gonna battle our rival. There's YouTube, you goon. He's gonna send out Pidgeotto. Who do we have in first place? We have Taiga. Okay, Taiga probably not the best option here, but I think I want to do a lot of switch training regardless. Yeah, we should switch into Ratman or Chomper, I guess. Oh yeah, because he knows Rock Throw. That'll actually work out well. But I think I really do a lot of switch training in this episode with Taiga. I do cut out like good chunks in this episode just as a fair warning. If you saw the last episode that came out on this Let's Play, it was incredibly long, and I did not want to have that same experience this episode. So I did cut out a good chunk there, but you know, it is what it is. That's just part of it here. And here I'm kind of seeing where the special versus physical stats lie. So we'll be looking at that real quick, just to see what all Chomper is capable of doing. Every time I say that, my dog stares at me, because like I said in the last episode, sometimes I call her Chomper. The name Chomper, if you didn't tune in for like the full length of the last episode because it was so long, comes from when I was a young lad, a teeny weeny young lad. My favorite show growing up was The Land Before Time. And the baby T-Rex on that show, his name is Chomper. And, he just run around chomping at butterflies and things like that. All the living bugs, but he's pretty friendly towards the normal Pokemon, or the normal dinosaurs in that TV show. So that name always stuck with me, and, yeah, that's why I decided to go with Chomper for our little friend Rhyhorn there, because he kind of reminds me of a little T-Rex, just kind of doom and gloom roaming around. It'll make more sense when he evolves, because he does look more like a T-Rex, big stature kind of Pokemon. So but here we go, let's take out Gloom. Hopefully that does it. It didn't. Sleep Powder, that's definitely going to put me to sleep, which is super annoying. Spoons is probably a good backup here. I'm hoping that by default my brain just goes to Spoons, because that should be a one hit. But instead I go with Taiga. I guess the thought logic here is that he's not going to hit with Sleep Powder, and Taiga needs EXP, so not a terrible decision. Not the greatest decision. I just spilled soda pop all over my... Jesus Christ. It's all over my pants now. What a great Let's Play episode. And he gave a full heal, so that actually having Taiga out here is bad. Yep. I did not see that coming, folks. Hopefully I didn't get my mic. Yeah, it doesn't look like I did. Sorry if there's a little bit of noise disruption here. I spilled some soda pop all over the place. And, yeah, we're only 4 minutes in. Hey, but that's what happens when you get a phone call right before you go to record these things, right? You end up having a lot of soda pop. And then when it comes time for recording, not doing so well. And look at that. Oh, man, acid always hits hard against Spoons. I think I mentioned that in a previous episode. Like, the acid always does Spoons dirty here. So let's use Psybeam. That should be a one hit. Yep. Gloom is out for the count. And here is where I'm actually going to get pretty salty about this game. So he's allowed to evolve his Pikachu into a Raichu. I don't think that's fair. If I'm going to be honest, I'm going to switch train with Taiga here, get him back out there. But I genuinely don't think it's fair that he gets to evolve his starter, but I can't evolve mine. Like, what kind of crap is that? It's actually a load of crap. I'm not going to lie. It's actually making me pretty aggravated very quickly. Thank you, puppy. I hope you all heard her that she let out there, because that's exactly how I feel about it. It is a load of crap. It's a load of garbage. He can evolve his starter, but I can't evolve mine in any way whatsoever. I try to later in the episode. It doesn't let me. I'm not sure if I show that, but I definitely do buy a Thunderstone and try it on Eevee. It says Eevee doesn't like this very much, and that's it. That's as far as you get. So that is a load of garbage. Because he can evolve his starter, which gives us a significant disadvantage, right? Like, a second stage Pokemon has significantly better stats. It's one of those times I wish I just took, I don't know, yeah. I want to say I wish I spent the additional $60 and bought Let's Go Pikachu, but I also really want to get through the normal typing as well, because that's something I've never did. So I guess challenges are ahead of ourselves, and we'll work our way through them, but it is kind of frustrating at the end of the day. We got an X attack. Let's see, yeah, I jumped to this trainer. We do some stuff in between, but nothing really huge, you know, just small stuff. I'm sorry if the audio here just sounds a little bit off. Number one, I did have quite a bit of soda pops, like I said previously. And then number two, there's just been like a ton of episodes lately, and I've been trying to make my way through them as smoothly as I can. But it has been a pretty big progress, so just trying to make our way through it. And here comes Rhyhorn. He's going to use Rock Slide. That might be super effective, actually. No, okay. Only ground type moves are, apparently. Let's use Dig. Dig is really, honestly, I just view it as a 2-turn Earthquake. Like, once we learn Earthquake, we can get rid of a lot of this bull crap that comes out of Dig. At least for Chomper here. I mean, that was super effective, and it barely did anything. That's dangerous. But Chomper has some pretty good HP stats, so... But when I flinch like that, it really kicks me in the side, to say the least. Okay, let's go Chomper. There he goes. Under the ground. I don't think we have enough momentum for this to be a 2-hit KO. No, we don't. So I'm going to need to use an item here. I decided to go for Dig. Man, what a ballsy call there. That was a pretty ridiculous call. But if it works, it works. And it does. Holy crap. Okay. Let's go Chomper. Man, Chomper's coming out big this episode. That's what we'd like to see, boy. That's what we'd like to see. That's some impressive stuff. We even switch trained and Gun Show leveled up. So lots of big stuff there. Okay, that's actually a pretty big deal. Because we didn't have to waste an item. We got 5 Eevee candies too. Because those Eevee candies affect all the stats. Like, you know how we get candies that are like a speed boost? That just affects the speed. The Eevee candies go like across the board. So I applied those in the meantime. I applied a lot of stats to a lot of our Pokemon from some outstanding candies that we had. So you may see some differences here. And oh, it's a ghost over there. But when we actually come through with this, you'll know it, because I'm going to put my classic I ain't afraid no ghosts out there. And look at Cubone. Cubone comes out here screaming at the ghost, and the ghost goes and runs away. Little Cubone. He's looking for his ma. I do have to say, if you saw the previous... If you run to one of these ghosts, they make you go back to the beginning. So I'm not going to adventure too much here right now. We could probably BS our way through a lot of this, but I really don't want to do that. But I do want to say, in a future episode coming up, if you watched our Pokemon Scarlet review, Pokemon slash just any animal in general can tend to get to me, and Cubone's storyline here is going to be pretty rough, and because it's animated well, yeah, it get pretty heavy. It's going to get pretty heavy, and you'll see that in the Let's Play in some of the next upcoming episodes, but here's like stage 1 of that going on. So here's Jesse and James and Meowth. So they're looking for this guy. He's not in the tower. We couldn't get to the top because of the ghosts. Then here comes Cubone. But at least we found the Cubone. Let's take it back to the hideout. We'll sort it out for trouble. Right, let's head. If they tell us where to go, and he's like, "Oh, does that Cubone want its mommy? Your mommy's in the city. We'll take you there." And Cubone gets all excited. So they're tricking him. They're tricking this fool, and he's going with them. Man, he just saw something awful. I saw it too, brother. Yeah, they abducted the poor Cubone. They're planning on taking his skull bone and selling it for a high price. This is disgusting. But I healed up. I did some stuff there. Now let's go through some of these trainers. I'm not going to show all of them. There is like a ton that goes on here, but like I said, I didn't want it to be another rock tunnel episode because we had that on Tuesday. And to be honest, it's going to take me a little bit to get the Pokemon or the Super Mario 64 episode ready for Friday. It's going to take me about 2 days, so kind of working on that. That's why I kind of split it up a little bit there. Sure you all understand. Vine Whip. Oh boy. Okay. See his head about again. Wow, that really didn't do much that time. I wonder why. Oh, because it lowered my stats. That's why. Kinesis. Does that cause confusion? No, it lowers my accuracy. That actually sucks big time. Because then that shit happens. And Metronome just picks a random move out of the blue, I'm pretty sure. So that is some straight up BS. I'm sure if you couldn't tell, there's a lot of soda pops involved in this episode. It's been an interesting one. We're making our way through it. But man, oh man, is this a long one. But here we go. Yeah, we beat Clefairy, beat this Pokemon trainer. Let's go over here into the middle zone. The middle zone is usually the most exciting. Like I said, off screen, I do battle every single trainer that you're going to see here. But I just don't share a lot of it because it becomes really boring. Now, I did find a Firestone right there, and I see a Vulpix right there. So let's go and catch that Vulpix and apply the Firestone. Let's see some surprise evolutions here, folks. I think that much we can do. Let's go catch this Vulpix and do a surprise evolution. Because why not? Like, we have no other use for the Firestone, as far as I'm concerned. Vulpix, come on, buddy. A surprise evolution for the fans. For the fans! Come on, man. What are you doing? Honestly, the Vulpix Ninetales line, for those that love it, I sincerely do apologize, but I don't know why you would ever pick this Pokemon over Charizard or Arcanine. If there's a reason, and you can clearly state it in the comments, drop that in the comments below. I actually might make that like the question of this episode. Is Vulpix better than Arcanine? Or is Ninetales better than Arcanine? Because I really... I've never come across a case where I would rather have Ninetales than Arcanine. Ever. It's never happened. So, you know, maybe some people are like, Ninetales my favorite Pokemon, and I'd love to hear from you. If Ninetales is one of your favorite Pokemon, or even if you favor it over Arcanine and Charizard, please let me know why. At this point in the Let's Play, I would say it might be enough justification, depending on your reasoning, for me to get rid of Arcanine from the team and add Ninetales onto it. So consider that. And yeah, really take that in, because that's a major change to what I was planning to do with my team that I would be willing to do off the cuff, because to me the two they're fairly equal, and I love experimenting with new Pokemon, but Ninetales does not meet the cut for me. Like, it's a cool looking Pokemon, but it really doesn't learn great fire type moves, in my opinion. That's always been my thought on it. I mainly did this for the Pokemon, or for the Pokedex, and so that way it was just sort of there in the video. But like I said, if you're a Ninetales fan, explain why. I want to know, like, what is the thought logic? And it's level 27. It's not bad. Do I send it to the professor right away? I do. But we could get another one. So if that's what you want to do, and you want to see a Ninetales, I promise we'll go out and we'll catch another one. As long as, I would say, here's my criteria. More than 2 people drop a comment down in the comments saying that they want it, and they explain why, thoroughly. Why it's better than Arcanine in this game. You get that? 2 people explain in the comments why it's better? We'll do it. And more than 4 likes on the video. There we go. That's my criteria. And I mean, that's me giving a like from this account, and then like my side account that I use for like just sort of viewing stuff. So you've already got 2 out of the way. So the 2 people that comment just need to put 2 likes on it. That's it. That's all it takes. You do that, we'll have Ninetales on the team. I feel like that's some pretty good incentive to accomplish that. Flash, oh my goodness. Why using Flash, Kadabra? Out of all the moves you could use, Bite is going to devastate you. Yeah. Oh boy. The dog is causing a ruckus. She is causing a ruckus. She's ready for bed. It's really what the deal is. I am too. I agree with her. But we gotta get through this voice recording, folks. That's what's important. Here's a Machoke. Look at that guy. He's ripped. Just like me, baby. That's why they call me Gun Show Joe over here. Yeah, on top of my Average Joe moniker, I sometimes get called Gun Show Joe. You're about to see why, because I'm built just like Spoons over here. I'm a one-hit KO kind of man. Just bam. I cause a lot of confusion as well. Rock Slide, that actually might KO Spoons. Spoons! Hang in there. Look at Spoons, man. Spoons is a strong Pokemon. I don't care what anybody says, man. Spoons really hangs in there throughout this episode. And throughout the entire series thus far. I mean, Spoons has been the man. Taiga grown to level 24. Good job, Taiga, but depending on the fans' values, it might not matter all that much. And to be honest, now is a perfect time to, like, share that idea, because, I mean, I'm prematurely posting this, but I don't plan to do any new recordings until Sunday of this week. So, yeah. If you were ever going to do it, and I was going to change my team for the sake of the YouTube fans out there, now is the time to do it. Just saying. But like I said there, we beat all those trainers and looked through a couple of the Pokemon and stuff like that a few times there, but I cut a lot of that out just because I didn't want to do another voice recording over 50 minutes, because dear God, was that taxing on my soul for the Tuesday episode. It's even doing a little bit here for the Thursday episode, just because, like I said, family stuff and a whole bunch of other stuff going on, so I was on the phone a lot, and all the jazz. I'm sure you all know. Everybody's got a lot going on in life, and that was all part of it. But here we go. Now we're on Route 7. There's a trainer there. I want to avoid them as much as possible. There's another Vulpix. Another trainer. I want to avoid them for the time being. I don't even know if we'll actually end up showing like their battles. Because honestly, it's just a lot. And I'm really trying to streamline this, realizing like we're almost a month in. Right? What is the date? The date of my voice recording here is March 21st. This will come out a few days later, March 23rd. But we only really have a month and 2 episodes to cover the entirety of this series. So I really need to get to work. I really need to, especially, this episode in Mario 64, I need to cover a lot in a really short period of time. So we need to cut out a good chunk, is what I'm going to say. Because we're not even close to half of the gym badges. And we've only got a week left to get to about the halfway mark. And I know those finale episodes, they're well over an hour. Especially if I want to go and catch like legendary Pokemon and stuff like that. Like, we really need to get a move on, which means I need to do a lot of external training. But here we're going to have, as I say that, we're going to have an exploratory couple of minutes here. We look up and down here. And normally I don't do it this early, folks, but I do want to elaborate on some of the stuff that happens later this episode. So if you like this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Greatly motivates myself to make videos just like this in the near future. Hopefully, as I'm giving this outro, my dog licking her water bowl is not overcompensating. I guess overcompensating is definitely not the right word, but is not overdoing some of the audio elements. So hopefully you could hear what I said clearly, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Here we go, and we actually visit, there's the graphic artist for this game, the game director, which is really cool. If you catch all the Pokemon in the Pokedex, he'll give you something special. This guy wrote the story, which to me is the most important element. Thank you, story man. That's what I like to do personally. I love to write stuff. And here's programmer, which is what I do a lot of the time as well. But yeah, like I said, if you like this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It definitely motivates myself to make videos just like this and in the near future. We'll be playing this on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then we'll be playing Super Mario 64 on Mondays and Fridays for the duration. I think it's going to be between March and April here. At the end of April, I'm hoping to be wrapped up with everything. It really does not feel like it's going to be that way. It really feels like these Let's Plays are taking a lot more time than originally expected, but I'm hoping to stick with that. Fingers crossed. There is a lot to go down, and this whole end of this episode is really like a shopping spree. We're going to look at like a lot of the items and things like that we could buy. So if I go on a rambling tangent, I only somewhat sort of apologize. And I will say, like I did in the last episode, if you made it this far in the episode, I really do appreciate you. And if you did, drop Shadow Ball 9000 for that moment right there in the comments below. And I'll know that you made it this far in the episode. And honestly, if you drop Shadow Ball 9000 down in the comments below, and you're in the fan base where you want Ninetales or something like that, You got it. Because you made it this far. I'll give you that. So if you drop Shadow Ball 9000 in the comments below, and you have something that you want specifically changed with the team, regardless of how ridiculous it is, it'll happen. I give it one time offer. That's all I got. But with that being said, yeah, here, let's go through the rest of the store and see what they got to offer. Like I said, we almost got a shopping spree here going on for a few minutes. Not my cup of tea, but let's do it, I guess. What do we got going on? Power up the Thunderstone here, yeah. You can see I tried to give it to Rap. I tried to give it to Gun Show. He doesn't seem to like it. Let's give it to Rat Man. Rat Man is evolving. So we're going to get a Raichu here. If we stick with Raichu, we'll rename him. I'm going to give it an episode or two to like fully land on that. But it'll be what it is, I guess. You know, just that sort of jam. Let's learn Thunder Punch, of course. It's probably going to be pretty effective. Let's learn that. Let's do it. 1, 2, and boop! And it learned Thunder Punch instead. Perfect. That's going to be it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I am cutting my original video here short. I believe we go and we get the tea and we end up giving the lady upstairs. Oh, Shadow Ball, of course. We're going to teach that to Spoons. That's an epic move. But yeah, there's some like off-screen stuff that's really not important that we go and do. But I just kind of wanted to share that little 2-bit there. But yeah, at this point, I'm pretty tired, and I'm going to call it quits. So until next time, everybody take it easy. I hope you all had a snazzy freaking week, because I always do that. We go and we buy all the beverages out of here, give it to the girl, and then we buy one beverage for Eevee as well, because that's part of the tradition. But until next time, everybody, we'll see y'all here. Peace out, bitches!